Let your arms go to the side. And last one like that. Let's do something for our hands before we get caught up in all the big muscles. Creating some heat. Don't forget the tops of your hands. And in between your fingers, and we'll make one big ball, and then we'll just twist it back and forth. And then we'll bring it to the center and release and give them a little shake. And then we'll just rub our fingers one by one. Everybody gets a turn. And then your thumb's a little different, so try to draw from that big base of the thumb, almost like you're milking it. And then go to the other side, and your finger gets a turn. And then at last, your big thumb. Okay, let's give it a little shake. And let's press the arms out in front and push through the heels of your hands. Create lots of space between your fingers. And then we'll drop them down and curl them down and under so you feel a nice stretch here. Forward through the heels of your hands, lots of space. And then down and under. And last one, pressing through, press, 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 and down and under. Okay, let's interlace our fingers and press your palms forward. We'll inhale them all the way up and over. Let's go off to one side just a bit, and you feel your sit bone lift. Ground it down, and we'll inhale up. Other side. And back to the center, and we'll shake the hands all the way up and down. Okay. Something for the head and the neck, but before we begin, take your chin back. So your head sitting on top of your shoulders, nice and balanced. And then we'll take, this is my right arm, all the way to the left side of my head. And guide your right ear towards your right shoulder. And left arm can hang by your side. Add a little more by lifting your hand halfway up and reaching for your fingers. And we'll release the arms and release the head. Just notice one side a little more stretched than the other. Shoulders up, back, and down. Chin setting your head on top of your shoulders. Left arm out and all the way to the right side, guiding left ear to left shoulder. Let's draw the right arm halfway up, reaching through your fingers. Release the arms and release the head. Let's bring our chin to our chest. And use your breath to roll the head over to the right. And then back down to the center of your chest again. Inhaling and rolling the head to the left. Let's do it one more time on each side. Rolling up to the right. And down and rolling up to the left. And lifting the head to center. Let's take those shoulders up, down, and back. And then reach your fingers to the side. And we're going to reach to the right. Hold the belly in. Don't let your sit bones lift. And back to center and to the left. Hold the belly in. Reaching side to side. And once more on each side. And coming back to center. Release those arms and roll the shoulders. And then taking arms out to the side with your palms forward. Give yourself a nice big hug. We'll do a little twist. And back to center. Release those arms and notice which one is on top before you do so. We're going to switch it up. Left arm on top, a little twist. Side to side. And to the center. Release those arms. We'll give them a shake. Let's take the arms out to the side and turn your palms up. We'll bring your fingertips on your shoulders and lift those elbows to shoulder height. We'll make some circles forward. And then gradually make those circles a bit bigger until they're as big as you can make them. And drop the arms and drop the hands. Let's go out to the side again, palms facing up, fingertips on your shoulders. This time the circles are backwards. And we can make them a little bit bigger each time until they're as big as you can make them. And we'll drop the elbows and drop the hands. Inhaling those arms up, palms to the ceiling, fingertips on your shoulders. This time we're going to inhale, open, and lift your heart and chest. And then we'll exhale and bring the elbows together. Drop your chin to chest and use the inhale to open and lift. And the exhale to close and drop. So 2 long breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Let's do one last one. And release the arms, release the hands. Okay, let's do a bit of a twist. We'll take the right hand over to your left knee. The left arm can hang by your side, or you can support it on your thigh, whichever works. We're gonna lift this arm up and over, and then up and back. So let's do this a few more times. Up and over, and up and back. So if you keep a bend in your elbow, it'll take some of the heat away from your shoulder. Let's do just one more. And hands to center. Let's go to the other side. So left hand, right knee. We'll inhale it up and back, and up in front. Use your breath to inhale and open, and exhale and close. Let's do it a couple more times. And last one. Hands on thighs. Let's hold for a breath. Nice deep breath into your belly. Let's start with a nice deep breath in our belly. And guide your hands over your knees and forward to your ankles. And when you're ready, inhale. Walk the hands up and over. Let's try that again. And then exhale your hands over all the way down. Hang your head. And when you're ready, walk your hands up and back. Sorry. Walk here is new for me. I have to get like a band or something.
Nice there.
Something new. Let's stretch the right leg forward and press through your heel. And we'll add a reach. Inhaling up and back, and we'll go to the other side. Back to the first side and add a reach. And last one. Second side, add a reach. Sitting out nice and straight and tall, let's take your right knee into your chest and give it a hug. And then your left knee into your chest. And hands on knees. We'll do open and close. And moving all the way down to our feet. Let's come up on the heels of your feet with the toes pointing up. Lots of space between your toes. And then down onto the balls of your feet and lifting your heels. And then we'll switch it up. Heels, lifting your toes, lots of space. And balls of your feet, lifting your heels. Stretch, stretch. One last one. With your hands on your knees, rotate to the baby toe and then to the base of your big toe. And then we'll release and come to flat feet. And do a little bit of a grabbing motion with your toes. And then with one foot, curl the toes under and just see how that feels. Most people don't like it. And then to the other side, rolling your toes, go gently. Stretching the top of your feet. Okay, back to that grabbing motion. I'm sorry?
My cat. The cat, yeah.
Okay, I think we're ready to stand up. Okay, let's stand behind our chair in a mountain pose, which means toes spread wide, the weight spread over the whole of your foot. And we'll just start to shift the weight to the front of your feet and then to the back. So nothing's really lifting, we're just shifting. And then how about left to right? So left foot feels the weight of your body, and then right foot feels the weight of your body back and forth. And coming to center. Let's use the top of our chair to walk back into a downward dog. Easy knees, we're still warming up. And as you inhale, lift your chest and walking back. Let's try that again, using the chair to walk back into downward dog. And on your next in-breath, lifting and coming back to center. Okay, let's turn the chair around. I'll give you a couple options here. You can use your chair for the forward bend, sun breath, or you can use the floor, whichever you feel the safest. Let's try one without, and then we'll try one with. Okay, so beginning in mountain, you know what, I'm gonna come forward so I'm not on back. Okay, so beginning in mountain, easy knees, lifting out and up, shoulders up, back and down. Let's use the arms to inhale out and up. And as you exhale, the breath will bend from your hip, easy knees, and come all the way down into forward bend. Now on your next inhale, bend your knees and gently walk your hands up. The head is the last thing to rise. Let's try that again. Beginning with an inhale and mountain. Take those arms out and up. You'll exhale and bend from your hip, easy knees, forward bend. The in-breath helps you walk up and over and back into mountain. Let's try one and we'll hold for a breath. Be mindful if you have a swimming head, doesn't feel good, then don't stay there. Let's try it again, inhaling out and up. And exhaling, forward bend, easy knees. Let's hold for a breath, let your head hang. On your next inhale, gently walk your hands up and over. The head is the last thing to rise. Okay, now turning to our chair. In a mountain pose, we'll use the arms to inhale out and up. And exhale, bend from your hip. Forward bend with the chair. Knees are always easy. We'll inhale up into half forward bend, so straight arms and straight legs. And on your next exhale, we'll bend again, forward bend. We're using the next inhale to reach out and up. And let's exhale those hands into Namaste. I'm going to face this way just because I want to be able to see people. So don't move and let's try it again. I'll try to minimize the furniture moving today. Okay. Inhale out and up. Exhale, forward bend. Easy knees, inhaling halfway up, straight arms and straight legs. Exhaling, forward bend, and using the arms to reach out and up. And exhale, Namaste. Once more, inhaling out and up. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling, half forward bend. And forward bend. Inhaling out to the side, reaching all the way up. And exhaling, namaste. Let's hold for a breath. Okay. Beginning in mountain again. Let's move forward from our hip and come into the half forward bend. I'm going to take my left hand and place it in the center of the chair. My right arm hanging by my side or the side of the chair. Easy knees, always easy, never locked. We're going to use the breath to take the arm out to the side. And exhale it down. Let's try that again. Inhaling, reaching out and up. And exhaling down. Again, using the breath, reaching out and up. And exhaling center. Let's walk both hands to the center and then shift the right hand to the center and the left hand by the side. So the side of my elbow is looking in, not forward, not back, but in. Left hand by the side of your chair, easy knees. We're going to inhale out and up. And exhale it down. Keep your chin in line with your chest as you inhale it out and up. And exhale, release. Last one. Let's take both hands on your chair and we'll walk them from the seat of your chair just above your knees. Press your feet in nice and firm. Straighten those legs, coming back to standing. Let's add a breath with your arms. And exhale it out and down. Beautiful. I'm going to move my chair out of the way. I'm going to turn it away and stand behind it. With your hands on your hips, let's take a step forward with your right foot and then a step back with your left. So don't be afraid to take a nice wide stance because you've got your chair if you need it. And then I want you to notice where your hips are in space here. So not open to the side, but both hips are facing forward. And if you need to close up your feet in order to do that, go ahead and try that. And then ground down through your feet, and we'll shift the weight forward and back, just to make sure we're not going anywhere. And settle down into your feet. Take your shoulders up, down, and back. We're going to move into the warrior. Using our breath. Here we go. Lifting those arms out and up. See if you can get them all the way up by your ears. And bending the forward knee. We're going to use the breath to come in and out. So exhaling out and down. Inhaling out and up. Exhaling out and down. Straighten those knees. Inhaling out and up. Bending that forward knee. Exhaling out and down. Using the in-breath to move into warrior. And the exhale to move out of warrior. Inhale, warrior, and exhale, straighten those legs. Let's do it one more time and we'll hold for a breath. Reach those arms up through your fingers. The next time you exhale, out and down. Let's walk the feet together. With your hands on your hips, you'll kick your heels to the back. It helps a little bit with the calf muscle that gets tight in warrior. Okay, standing behind my chair. With your hands on your hips. Taking a step forward with your left foot and back with the right. So nice straight legs. We'll begin with nice straight legs and arms by your side. We'll use the in-breath to come into warrior and the out-breath to come out. Here we go. Inhaling, arms out in front and all the way up. And at the same time, you bend that forward knee. And when you exhale, the arms come out and down and the legs straighten. Perfect. Let's do a couple more. And this last one we'll hold for a breath. And exhale out and down, and we'll walk those feet together. Hands on your hips, we'll kick your heels to the back. Okay. Let's stand behind our chair in mountain pose. Let's begin on an in-breath. And as you exhale, we'll walk back into the downward dog. Easy knees. We'll use the in-breath to lift the chest. And walk back into mountain. Let's turn our chair around so we'll look at the seat of the chair. And let's take a breath in our mountain pose. Okay. Let's use the arms and take a breath out to the side and all the way up. We're going to exhale like we do and bend from your hip. Let's start with a forward bend. And we'll inhale up into the half forward bend. We're going to begin by stepping the right foot back and then walking the left foot forward. So you have a nice wide stance. Bend the forward knee and lift your heart. Hold on to that chair. Let's carefully step that left foot back next to the right. Hold on to the sides of that chair, don't let it go. This time we're going to step forward with the right foot. Bending the forward knee. This is a lunge pose. Let's step the right foot back with the left and step that left foot forward and right foot back. Keep your gaze at the seat of your chair. Let's try it once more, stepping the right foot back and the left foot forward. Last one. Left foot forward, right foot back. And walk both feet. We'll move from your hip forward bend. Easy knees, we're inhaling out and up. All the way up, let's bring those hands into Namaste. Let's hold for a breath. I'm going to move to the side of my chair. So I'm facing forward. Let's open our feet a little wider than you normally would. Maybe you can bring them to look at the corners of the room, and with your hand on your hip, we're just going to bend one knee and then the other. Do we have somebody here? Is there anybody there?
It could be downstairs.
Oh, it could be, right. I'm a believer.
What? A ghost?
Let's come to center. And I'm going to walk my feet in just a little bit so it feels comfortable. Left arm by your side, hand on your thigh, right arm right up next to your ear. You're going to use the out breath to open that whole right side. Right, so we're bending towards the opposite hand. Inhaling up. Use your breath, exhaling over. Inhaling up. Exhaling over. One last one. Inhaling up, exhaling over. And then we'll come up and release that arm. Let's walk our feet together. Let's open those feet up again. We'll go to the other side. So right arm down by your side, hand on your thigh, left arm right up next to your ear, and we're bending to the right, opening up that whole left side. Use the out breath to come to the stretch. The in breath to come to center. And last one. Inhale the arm off, and then arms by your side. Let's walk the feet together. Let's turn our chair around so we have the seat of your chair looking away, and your chair is there. You need it. We get in the mountain pose, and then we'll open our feet nice and wide. So the foot directly under the chair is going to point forward. The opposite foot, you're going to draw halfway in. And then the torso is going to stay forward. So if you need to move your foot a little bit to make your knee comfortable, that's fine too. Let's open up the chest by taking the shoulders up, back, and down. The hand closest to the chair, go ahead and hold on, and the opposite arm right up next to your ear. So we're going to use the out breath to move into the triangle pose, the in breath to come up and out. Let's do it 3 more times. Inhale up and release the arm. Let's draw the toes to look forward, and then we'll walk the feet together. I'm going to move my chair to the opposite side. You can just turn around if you want, it doesn't matter. And we'll begin in that mountain pose. Let's open our feet nice and wide. And the foot under the chair, we're going to pivot on the heel and point the toes forward. And then the other foot, we're going to bring it halfway in. And then the torso is going to stay forward. So if you feel a torque in your knee, move your foot to accommodate that. Okay. The hand closest to the chair, we'll hold on to that chair and the opposite arm right up next to your ear. We're going to use the out breath to open up the whole side. Let's do just one more. Exhaling it over. Inhaling center. And release the arms. Let's bring the toes to point forward and then we'll walk the feet together. We're going to turn to the back of our chair, and I apologize for the view. I'm going to move my chair, you can see where you are. And we'll move into a downward dog, so walking the feet away, holding onto your chair, dropping into downward dog, easy knees here. Hold for a breath in this wonderful downward dog. Inhale and lift the chest, and we'll walk back into the mountain. I encourage you at home to use your kitchen counters or your dining room chairs to walk into downward dogs. They say that if you only have 2 minutes for yoga, downward dog is the most extensive stretch, arms, legs, back, neck. So it's a good one. Yeah, so do it. Do it frequently. Let's come down. You come down on your mat. Use the chair. Everything you do on the floor can be done in a chair. So take care of yourself. Let's sit up in this crisscross pose. This pose is called Sukhasana. Sukha means sweet in Sanskrit. It's not sweet for everyone, so be mindful. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. Okay, so let's place one hand to the outside of your hip and the other one right next to your ear. We've done lots of bilateral stretches today, lots of knees. And then exhale, other side, opposite arm, right up next to your ear, and we'll open it up. Back to the center, reach behind and open your chest. And then we'll reach forward and drop your chin. Again, let's reach behind and open your chest. And then reach forward and drop your chin. Last one, reaching behind, opening your chest. And hands forward, drop your chin. Okay, we're going to come over onto our hands and knees. So accommodate yourself, take your time. Hands and knees. This is a table pose. So we're looking for your knees directly under those hips, wrists under your shoulders. However, if this feels like too much of an extension for your wrists, you can always walk them forward. And the inside of your elbows, have them looking at each other and not forward. There we go. Okay, let's do a little cat and cow. So cat looks like this, rounding through your spine, allowing your head to hang. And cow looks like this, your spine settles down in. as you lift your heart and chest. The head just goes wherever the spine goes. So keep your head and your neck in neutral. So you're not lifting. When you lift like this, notice the back of my neck is getting a crunch, and you don't want that. So exhaling, cat. Inhaling, cow. Exhaling, cat. Let your head hang. Inhaling, cow. Let's gently walk your hands back as you draw your bottom to your heels. Go ahead and try it. If it's not going to work, then just stay where you are. And we'll inhale up. Exhale, drop your bottom to your heels. Last one, inhaling. Table pose, exhaling, child pose. Let's inhale back into the table pose, and we'll stretch one leg long. So you're rolling the toes under and pressing out through the heel. And then bring it back under your hip, and we'll go to the other side. So stretch that left leg back, roll the toes under, and then release that knee back under your hip. Let's take the right leg, and this time we're going to stretch it away. Point your toes. Keep your gaze down between your thumbs, and we're going to exhale and bring the knee in, and inhale and draw the leg out. Do the best you can. Let's do it once more. Exhale, draw in, and inhale, draw it back. Point the toes and bring it back under your hip. This time, left side, so stretch it out, roll the toes under, and then we'll lift it up. Point the toes away, bend the knee, and draw the knee towards your nose and chest. Inhale, stretch it away, point the toes. Exhale, draw it in. One last time, stretch, and draw it in, and release. Let's gently walk back into a child's pose. When you're ready, walk your hands back towards your knees and thighs to sit in a rock pose or a hero's pose or a high knee. High knee. Shoulders up, back, and down. Hands on your hips. Press your hips forward, lift your heart. Hands on your hips, thumbs and back, fingers in front. Take your shoulders, draw them up, down, and back, and squeeze those shoulder blades as you press your hips forward. Camel pose. This is camel pose. And then release the effort. And we're going to come all the way down onto our bellies. Let's start with the elbows out to the side, and we'll just drop your forehead on your fingers. Release deep breath into the belly. As you inhale the next time, we'll lift up onto your elbows. Now this looks very easy, but it's a little tricky. You want that elbow directly under your shoulder. Not too much forward, not too much out, but directly under your shoulder so that you can just let go into this very gentle back bend. So I had a friend that was in the hospital for respiratory issues over the past year. And he was in there for probably a couple of weeks. And every day they would turn him onto his belly so that he would breathe into his diaphragm with the weight of his body pressing down. This is a great way to exercise your diaphragm. Lay on your belly and breathe in against that resistance. Your diaphragm is a muscle like any other, and benefits from being worked. Okay. So from here, we're going to roll over onto our backs. Take your time. Take your time. Open your shoulder blades. Ground down through your sacrum. And stretch your legs away. Take a couple of nice deep breaths into your belly. And on the exhale, see if you can let it go. Releasing the weight of your legs and the weight of your torso, the weight of your head and hands and feet. Let's bend the knees and place your feet on the floor. And gently take the right knee into your chest and stretch that left leg away. Pressing through the heels of your feet, making everything active rather than passive. And we'll switch it up. Release the right knee and take the left knee into your chest. Stretch the opposite leg away. Notice what's happening in your head. Is your chin higher than your forehead? And if it is, make a concerted effort to tuck your chin down towards your chest and open the back of your neck. And release that left knee. Let's take both knees into your chest. I like to cross my ankles when I do this. Hands on my knees, and let's rock from side to side. And with hands on your knees, let's make big circles. And we'll go back to the center and make those circles in the opposite direction. And let's gently drop those feet to the mat. Hello. A few more minutes, so let's roll over onto our side. Roll over onto your side, take your hands, make a pillow with your hands, bend your knees, bring them up to your chest, and breathe. Okay, here we will help ourselves come up. The head is the last thing to lift. Okay, so I'll give people options. We're still finishing up the last punch. So we're just going to keep on rolling, okay? We're finishing up this last class, so I'm just going to keep going. You got about 10 minutes. You're fine. You're fine. Right. Nice deep breath as you go. Oh, it is? Okay. Good to know. Thank you. Okay, so I'll give people an option. You can end in your chair, which I think I'll do to encourage people to if you want to. Or you can stay right where you are. And we'll end with a breath. Okay. Sitting up nice and straight and tall, we'll take those shoulders up, down, and back. I like to turn my palms up. It just feels better. Okay. Hands on your belly. Directing your breath right under your fingers, if you can make some space. As you let go of the breath, just let everything go, your sit bones in your chair, your feet to the earth. Inhaling, filling up that space under your fingers. And exhaling, settling down in. Now as you exhale, really pull your belly button back towards your spine and empty all of that old air. So you're inhaling a nice big breath. And as you exhale, pull it in, emptying all of your breath. Inhaling, filling up. And exhaling, letting it go. Let's take one hand to your chest and leave the other hand on your belly. Just let go of any thinking that your breath has to be any which way, and just notice. Notice which hand rises on the inhale and which hand lowers on the exhale. Release the hands and just breathe normally. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Let's place our hands together and namaste. Your big thumbs rest on your heart. Or add a little bow. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Did anybody notice anything about the breathing in and out? Yeah, right? Right, the yoga breath is all the way up, filling all the way up, and pressing it away, pressing it out. Yeah, you're welcome.
It's fun being right. It's nice being.
It is nice being people, isn't it?
Is there a class next week?
There is not. Thank you for reminding me. I have to let Victoria know.
Oh, where are you going?
We're going to Wells?
Oh, that's nice. I have a place in here.
Oh, what part?
Old Orchard.
Oh,
I
that's,
grew up in.
oh, wow.
I'm on vacation. She's gonna be in Elbrook next. She's gonna be in.
I'm just gonna go for the weekend. Are you going away, Jason?
No, we're going away the 3rd to the 10th.
Oh, that's a nice long.
Example.
A gunflint.
Yes. It's a famous. We've been going for. It's famous. Yes, it is. I don't know what it's playing now, but it is open. But I believe it's outside in the tent. How are you? It's been so long. It's been a year. Not any whatsoever. Did she say she had an open one? Was that? Maybe I think she had a hospital, 10:15, but they got to go to the hospital.
Oh. How was it?
Wow. We don't get it right.
Great, basically you're all set.
What was that? Oh, she did it. That's just a chair. Or the 10:15 is just a chair. That's the one I usually come to. I like this one. I do it a long time, because that's just still doing the deal on Zoom.
I know.
What birthday was it? Oh, I'm about 63. Yes. God bless you. I just had a baby. And I just kind of got it. Wow. Yeah. Did you say anything? You know what? The only rock, the mild, really, the young people get it. That's what. Could we have just so used to the blues? It's probably kind of quick. Yeah, yeah. 2 weeks. Yeah. Before when you know, I gotta do it. Sure, it's good. I mean, it's not even birthday. Oh my gosh, you get all that to me. She's going to the doctor immediately. You had a shot? Did you get a shot? This was in January. Oh, quite a while. So that was no shot. What you look like a phone? No, he was a typical. And keeping me the shot. Yeah. It's what it did out. Let's see if multiple months. Yeah. And anyway, yeah. And February, we always go to Hudson and get a shot. Next to the year. I don't remember. Across the street from the oh, my God. Yeah. That's very good. Well, have a good holiday. You too, nice holiday.
Don't play with fireworks. That's what you're reading.
Yeah.
You know, we got Pfizer. You know, when you got Pfizer when you're how did you feel good on the first one? Really? Do you get sick? Wow.
I don't think they figured out where something gets to.
Yeah.
Trying to for the first one, and then the second one, I put Rose in for about 3-4 hours. Very slow speed, very slow.
Okay, so. All right, good morning.
And you're hearing the songs, there's more voice in mine, for some reason. It isn't loud enough.
Oh, okay.
Right to you.
So you need to make sure that your volume on the computer itself is all the way up. It's usually like in the back row, that row of keys right near the screen, over to the left. That's where mine is. Anyway. Okay. All right, so let's start by sitting up nice and straight and tall and supporting our own spine. We'll take our arms down by our side. Draw your shoulders up, back, and down, and do a little squeeze of your shoulder blades together, nice at the chest. And then release the effort, and we'll try that again. Up, down, and back, and a little squeeze. And release, and one last time. Up, down, and back, and squeeze. And then release the effort. Let's take the arms out to the side. And you'll give yourself a nice big hug. Let's move from side to side. One sit bone to the other. And then we'll come to the center and do a little twist. Coming back to the center. Notice which arm is on top because we're going to switch it up. Start by taking your shoulders up, down, and back, and then arms out to the side, and we'll switch it up. So opposite arm on top, and we'll go side to side. You can your own personal yoga class. And then twist side to side. And then coming to center and releasing those arms. Let's take the arms up to the side and we'll turn the palms up to the ceiling and bring your fingertips on your shoulders. So we'll start by just dropping your elbows down and then lifting them up to shoulder height, just down and up. And then down and release the hands. Shake them on the side, give them a shake. Out to the side again with your palms facing up. Those fingertips on your shoulders. Let's bring them together out in front. And then open, lift your heart, lift your chest. Close together. And open. And one last one. Close. And open. And then release the elbows, release the hands. Okay, let's come to the edge of our chair. Feel like you have a lot more space here. Okay, so let's start by stretching the right leg forward. And then the left. And then the right. And the left. And once more on each side. And then feet on the floor, we'll just go out and in. So we're just warming up those hips. Getting ready. And then knees together. And then we'll walk the feet nice and wide. And then walk your feet together. My feet are making a noise on this floor. And then walk them wide and then together. Okay, so sitting up nice and straight and tall, let's take one knee into your chest. Give it a little squeeze, see if you can maintain that nice tall spine. And then we'll release that knee, go to the other side, take it in, give it a little squeeze. Sit up nice and straight and tall. And then release. Let's stretch out the right leg. A little bump in the knee helps you feel safe. And we'll add a reach down towards your ankle, nice and slow. Inhaling up and back, we'll go to the other side. Left side, stretch it forward and add a reach. Inhale it up and back. We'll go back to the first, right leg, stretch it out. Add a reach. And left leg, stretch it out and add a reach. Okay. Let's sit back in our chair. And the right leg forward. Pressing out through your heel, we'll do a little pointed flex. And then we'll go round and round in circles. And then come to the center and go the other direction. And release and go to the other side. Stretch it out, point and flex. And then big circles round and round. So you've been doing the Zoom. You've been doing the Zoom. You've been doing the Zoom. Do you do that at your house? Okay. I was just curious if you were doing Zoom at your house, did you hook up your computer and do the Zoom?
No, I read it on the split.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, on TV. So I changed the other side.
3 channels.
Okay,
Of local people.
I see, I see. The Burley Cable. I have to figure out what channel that is to see if I have it.
And then 192.
Okay, I'll try it. Let's do both legs and we'll do point and flex. And then we'll draw the circles towards each other. And then draw the circles away from each other. And then we'll, just kind of lift and lower, lift and lower. Okay, and then feet on the floor. Let's move to the edge of our chair again, and we'll do a little twist. So sitting up nice and straight and tall, we'll take the shoulders up, back, and down. And we'll take this left hand over to your right knee. And then we'll take the right hand on top. So we're going to inhale and lift the arm up, shoulder height, and reach it back. And then exhale and float. So you can keep your chin in line with your chest, or you can look back at your hand as it reaches back. So just be mindful of your head and your neck and make sure that feels okay. Let's do a couple more. So reach and back together, last one. Coming back to center, right hand all the way over to your left knee. And then the left hand on top, so nice and straight and tall. And lift and reach back. So you can keep your chin in line with your chest, or you can follow your fingers as they reach back. Let's do one more. And then hands on thighs, we'll sit up nice and straight and tall. Let's do something for the head and the neck. So bring your chin back, setting your head on top of your shoulders. And we're just gonna drop the right ear down towards your right shoulder. And inhaling it up and dropping left ear, left shoulder. And inhaling it up, you'll take the chin to your chest. And gently roll the head very, very slowly so that you can feel everything the whole way through, rolling it over and up. And gently rolling it back to the center of your chest and then to the other side. So rolling it over and up. Nice and slow. You want to feel everything the whole way through. Let's do it one more time on each side. I'm hearing lots of crinkles and crunchies, and lifting your head back to center. Okay. Let's walk the feet nice and wide. And then we're going to take the elbows and just set them right down on your thighs, so we're like hanging out in between. And we're going to lift your heart. And then round through your spine. So you're dropping your chin and kind of hollowing up your belly. So inhale and lift your heart. That's it. And then exhale and round. Inhale and lift your heart. And exhale and round. And then place your hands where your elbows were. And then we'll walk the feet nice and wide. Sitting up nice and straight and tall, let's walk your feet wide. As you can see, my feet are not very wide. I have like a couple of feet between my heels. And I'm just going to take turns dropping your knees. Now move around and feel what feels good. If you're like this and it just doesn't feel right, it feels too stiff, you close it up or open it up. I'm just going to take turns dropping knees very gently. And then we'll come back to the center and walk those feet together. Let's take one knee into your chest and give it a big hug. And then with your right hand on your right knee, we'll circle it out. And then we'll circle it in. And then we'll hold it and give it a little hug. And then release it down. So really working with those hips. Left knee, little hug. Left knee, left hand, we'll circle it out. And back to center and circle it in. And back to your chest, give it a little hug, and then we'll release it down. Come to seated with a nice tall spine. And we'll stretch one leg out in front and the other leg out in front. With a little bend in your knee, you're just gonna use the exhale to glide your hands over your knees and towards your ankles. And when you're ready, walk them up and back. Feet on the floor, let's go one side, right side, and add a reach. Inhaling up and back, left side, and add a reach. And feet on the floor, we'll go open, close, open, close. Okay. Let's move to the edge of our chair. A little space between the feet, and we'll stretch the leg out to one side. So this is my right leg. With your hands on your thigh, stretch that leg out and press through the heel, sitting up nice and straight and tall. And then back to center. And we'll go to the other side. Stretch that leg out, pressing through the heel, a little bump in the knee, hands on your opposite thigh. Sit up nice and straight and tall. And knees bend, feet together. Right knee into your chest, take a little hug. And left knee into your chest, a little hug. Okay. Do you feel okay standing up? Standing up? Yay or no?
Yes.
Okay, with the chair.
Yes.
Okay. So let's stand up. Oh, okay. You know what? Let's stay. Let's stay seated. We can do, yeah, we can do anything here that we can do standing. right? So sitting back in your chair, half your thighs supported. Let's come up onto the heels, and the toes are looking up at the ceiling. So stretch lots of space. And then come down onto the balls of your feet and lift your heels. Beautiful. So up onto the heels, point your toes, lots of space between your toes. And then up onto the balls of your feet and lift your heels. Beautiful. And last time. Okay. Come to the edge of our chair. And we'll walk our feet together. So feet together, knees together, thighs together, and we'll sit up nice and straight and tall. So you're gonna allow one knee to fall to the side. This one stays grounded and strong, and this hip can just go right out to the side. And the sole of your foot will press it up against your opposite foot. Beautiful. Sit up nice and straight and tall. And we're going to take these arms out to the side, turn the palms up and bring them all the way up. Okay, up here, I interlace my fingers and pointers point. So this is an option, and that's an option. And if you're looking like this, that's okay too. And then we'll release the arms and release the knees and hips and feet on the floor. So let's walk those feet together and our knees together. And this time the opposite knee falls out to the side. We're going to bring the sole of the foot right in. So this thigh and foot are grounded, and this thigh and foot are open. So we sit up nice and straight and tall. Arms come out to the side and all the way up or all the way out. We're going to interlace the fingers and pointers point. And hold for a breath. And exhale, arms out and down and knees together. Let's take one knee to your chest and give it a hug. And the other knee to your chest and give it a hug. And release. Okay. Let's try a downward dog. Seated in a chair, and it looks like this. You can try it with one leg, so edge of chair. And I have my right leg stretched out in front. Seated nice and straight and tall. I'm going to take the arms out, palms facing forward and up, but yours can stay out. And we're just going to move forward from your hip. Actually, I think you should put your hands on your thighs like this, because we're going to come forward with a nice straight back. And inhale up and feet on the floor. Beautiful, nice deep breath into our belly. And let it out with a, sounds like it's inflated. Okay, other side. Left side, stretch it out, press through the heel. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. We'll take the arms out and up. Or here, we'll use the exhale to bring your chest forward, bending from your hip. Feel the stretch in your leg. Downward dog. Inhale and ease it up. And feet on the floor. Another nice deep breath. Let's do a forward bend. So a forward bend starts in our mountain pose. Shoulders up, down, and back. Begin with a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, glide your hands over your knees and reach them down towards your ankles. Now you can stay right here, or you can let it go and let your head hang. Whichever works. And when you're ready, we start to walk the hands up and over. Coming back to seated. We'll hold for a breath. Let's do another forward bend. So beginning with a nice belly breath. And glide your hands over your knees, reach them towards your ankles. You can stay right here and keep your hands right here. If you want to challenge yourself a little, you can bring your torso all the way down to your thighs and let your head hang. And when you're ready, gently walk those hands up and over. The head is the last thing that comes up, and we'll hold for a breath. Okay. Let's bring our feet together and our knees together, and we'll sit up nice and straight and tall. We're going to cross one leg over the other, so it looks like that. If you're looking like this, that's okay too, as long as you're not in any pain. So with our hands on our knees, we'll begin with a nice deep breath in, and then just coming forward from your hip. That's it. We'll inhale and reach up, and exhale and move forward from your hip. Inhale and lift your torso, and exhale and coming forward. Feel the stretch in your hip. Next time you come up, we'll release the thigh, feet together, knees together, ankles together. Okay, let's stretch the opposite leg. So we're lifting left leg now, over right. And if you're looking like this, that's okay too, as long as you're not in pain or your knee is feeling any pain. So we'll cross left, over right. Hands interlace on our knees, and we'll start by lifting your heart and chest nice and deep. And on the exhale, we're moving forward from your hip and just weighting that hip just a little bit. Inhaling and lift up, sit tall, and exhaling, coming a bit forward. Let's do it one last time. Inhaling and lift, and exhaling and lower. This time we'll inhale, release the knees, place some space between your feet, and we'll stretch one leg and then the other, just gliding it out, one side and then the other. And then we'll, with our hands on our knees, we'll do a little open, close, open, close. And then with the feet on the floor, we'll take the right knee into our chest and squeeze. And left knee into our chest and squeeze. Okay. 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 That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna move a little bit more that way. Okay. Let's try a downward dog with both legs. So both legs stretched out. A little bump in the knee helps you to feel safe here. Lifting your heart and chest. We'll use the arms for this, out to the side and all the way up, palms facing forward, and we're just going to drop your torso just a tiny bit. Inhaling up and back, and then exhale forward with those bent knees. Inhaling and exhaling out and down, feet on the floor. Let's take the right knee into your chest, and then the left knee into your chest. Beautiful. Let's stand up. So I'm going to stand behind my chair. I'm just checking my clock, and I'll let you know. We've got about 20 minutes. Nope, 15 minutes. Okay. So we're lifting up onto the balls of your feet. And you've got your chair there if you need it. And then rocking to the heels and lifting the toes. So you're gonna lift and lower. Lift and lower. Let's do it one more time. Lift and lower. Beautiful. Let's roll to the outside of your feet and then to the inside. Very gently. We're just exploring the outside of your feet and then the inside. And then place your feet on the floor nice and grounded. Let's do a downward dog. Your hands to the top of your chair. You're just going to walk yourself away. Dropping into that downward dog with easy knees. Let's lift your heart as you inhale and walk to the back of the chair. The head is the last thing that rises. Again, we'll walk back into that downward dog. Easy knees, try not to lock them backward. Pull your belly in nice and strong. And when you're ready, inhale, lifting the heart. And the head is the last thing to rise. Let's do a forward bend. I'm going to turn my chair around and stand in front of the chair. And we'll do what's called a sun breath. Always beginning in our mountain pose. The arms are used for this pose, but it's always optional. So out and up. You're going to come forward from your hips, easy knees, forward bend. Use the inhale to lift into the half forward bend. And the exhale to drop into forward bend again. You can draw your hands out to the side, or you can walk them up. Again, the head is the last thing to rise, so you have an option. Okay, sun breath, using your breath. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling, half forward bend. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling out to the side, or walking your hands up. And let's exhale, namaste. One more time, sun breath, out and up. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling half, forward bend, and exhaling, forward bend. Walking your hands up, or arms out to the side. And exhaling, namaste. Let's stand behind the chair and we'll do some straight leg poses. Let's step the right foot back and the left foot forward. And then adjust your hips so they're both forward. We're going to bend from your hip to hold on to the chair as we come into this extended leg stretch. And then we'll ease up and walk the feet together. Let's go to the other side. So right leg forward, left leg back. Hands on hips allows you to kind of maintain that forward hip stance, and we're going to move from the hip. Nice straight legs, feel that extended leg stretch. Inhaling up, and we'll walk those feet together. Let's stand to the side of our chair. And we'll begin by taking those feet nice and wide. So the foot that's closest to my chair, I'm going to pivot on the heel and the toes point away. The other foot, I'm going to bring it halfway in. And then my torso is going to stay forward. Really engage those legs. You're lifting the kneecap. You're making the thigh muscles work. Let's place the hand closest to the chair, right on the chair, and then the opposite arm right up next to your ear. And we're going to allow the body to open on that right side. And use your breath to inhale up and exhale over. Inhale up and exhale over. Very nice. Inhaling up, arms come down, and we'll walk the feet together. Okay, mountain to the side of my chair. I'm going to move just notice that my head is a little cut off. Okay. Always beginning in our mountain pose. And opening your feet nice and wide. Let's pivot on the heel of the foot closest to the chair, and your toes are looking forward. The other foot is going to come halfway in, and my torso is going to stay forward. So if you need to make any adjustments for your knees or your hips, go ahead and do that. Hold on to the chair as you inhale the opposite arm up, and we're just going to open that whole right side. Even if you're looking like this, or you're even looking like that. Use your breath to open the side. Inhale up and release the arms, toes look forward and we'll come together. Turn to your chair. I'm going to switch it around. And we'll walk into a downward dog again. Inhale, lifting up and walking back. It's a mountain. Okay, let's come back to our chair. Let's sit to the front of our chair. And we'll stretch out the right leg out in front. Left leg, stretch it out in front. And then we'll add a little open close for the knees and hips. Okay, let's do another pose in our chair. So let's bring our feet together and our knees together, and we're sitting up nice and straight and tall. Let's take the right thigh and cross it over the left. And if you're looking like this, that's okay too, as long as you're not feeling any pain. You might feel a stretch, but you don't want to feel any pain in your knee or your hip. So the top foot, we're going to point to the floor and sit up nice and straight and tall. Let's add the arms now, shoulders down and back. We'll inhale up those arms at the sides, palm face forward. As we bend the elbows, we're going to draw the elbows together, heels of your hands and fingers. So you feel that diagonal stretch right up through your fingers, down through your toes. And release the arms, release the legs. Let's cross the left over the right. Top foot or toes point to the floor. Beginning in a mountain pose or a half mountain pose, we'll inhale the arms out to the side, bend the elbows, palms facing forward. We'll use the exhale to draw the heels of your hands, fingers, elbows together. Feel that diagonal stretch reaching up to your fingers and down through your toes. We'll release the arms and release the legs. Let's stretch one out in front, the other out in front. And then bring those feet and knees together. Okay. Let's stretch out one leg and the other, a little bump in the knee. Seated up nice and straight and tall. And take those shoulders up, down, and back. And as you exhale, you'll walk the hands towards the ankles. Nice deep breath in. And exhale and reach. Inhale and walk those hands up and back, and we'll try it again. Exhaling, gliding your hands over your knees and reach. Work with your breath, inhaling. Up and back, and last time. Exhaling and reach. Let's gently come up, nice deep breath in, feet on the floor, and we'll sit up nice and straight and tall. Let's walk our feet nice and wide. Your ankles are directly under your knees, so they're not forward, they're not too far back. They're right under your knees. Let's start by coming down onto the elbows, and we're just hanging out in front here. I'm going to add a movement for the spine, so we're inhaling your heart forward, and then exhaling in round, just like that cat and cow. So this is our cow, and this is our cat. It's the spine that's creating the movement, and you're just kind of going for the ride. The head and the shoulders are just reacting to the movement of the spine. Inhaling heart, chest forward, and then rounding. Let's come to center, let's come to neutral, and we'll walk the hands where the elbows were, and we'll walk the feet together. I always like to give my knees a hug after that pose. It just feels right. Let's walk wide again. And don't lose that nice tall spine. I'm going to take the forearm of my right arm and just set it down on top of my right thigh, so my open hand is kind of hanging out. I'm going to take my left hand and place it on my left hip, and I'm going to open that shoulder. If you're rounding it forward, you're kind of losing the length of your spine, so take the shoulder up, down, and back. Ground your feet down into the floor and lift your heart. We're going to inhale this outside arm up, right up next to your ear. So feel the stretch. This is a seated triangle pose. So ground your feet in. If you press your arm in, you can have a little more of an opening here. So let's inhale the arm down and come to center. Again, we'll walk those feet together, and it just feels right to give you a hug. Again, let's walk those feet wide and we'll do the other side. I'm going to take the forearm of the left arm and set it right down onto your left thigh. Hand is kind of hanging out in the middle. I want a nice open chest here. So I'll take my right hand on my right hip and draw the shoulder down and back. So my head stays in line, my neck in line with my chin, and I'm going to inhale this right arm right up next to my ear. And if I press my arm into my thigh, I get this great opening. Chin in line with chest. And the next time you exhale, release the arms and then release the feet. And switch it out. This time we'll take the left knee into your chest. And then the right knee into your chest. Let's take the soles of our feet together. So we'll walk the feet together, the knees together. Don't lose that nice tall spine. And we'll let your knees fall away, bringing the soles of your feet together. Notice you have some room here. See if you can bring your pelvis into neutral. So not rocked forward or back, but nicely grounded and lifting your torso up and out. Hands on thighs. Breathe into your hips. Let's bring the knees together and we'll stretch those legs. So ankles under your knees. Let's bring your hands on your thighs and we'll draw your hips forward. If you want to take it a little further, you can allow the hands to glide towards your ankles. And see if you can let go of your head and neck. And gently walk those hands up and over. And come back to seated. Let's try that again. So beginning with a nice breath in. Bring your torso way down here to your thighs. If you want to go a little further, you can reach to your ankles and last, let your head hang. And as you draw your next breath in, we'll walk the hands up and back. Let's sit back in our chair and we'll end our session today with a breath. So seated with a nice tall spine, we'll open the chest. Filling up your belly with breath, and as you exhale, allow your stick bones to ground into your chair. You're just letting the weight of your torso and your legs and feet just ground down. You're giving it over. Little by little, you're just allowing yourself to be supported, not holding. And if you'd like to close your eyes, that helps have this inward awareness, and you can close out the Let's take our hands on our belly and move them away from each other so they're not touching. And we're going to think about filling the space under your hands with breath. Don't worry about your belly. Have a nice big belly. I'm going to fill it with my breath. Drawing the breath in. See if you can draw it in through your nose. And then let it out. You can let it out of your mouth or let it out of your nose. Draw the breath in. And then let it out. Drawing it in. Filling up that space nice and big and let it out. Now when you exhale the breath, think about drawing your belly button back, squeezing all of the old air out. Squeeze it out. That's just the last bit of toothpaste. Just the last bit of air. And when you're ready, let it go. Most of us breathe very shallowly. And if we breathe through our mouth, our breath may tend to be shallow, breathing up here in your chest. And breathing that way will send a message to your brain that you're not getting enough air, so can almost agitate you and create some anxiety. So think about breathing low. So think about letting that belly go. Let the world see it. Think about breathing nice and deep. Almost as if you were filling a glass of water from the bottom. And then all the way up to the top. Starting in the belly. All the way up to the top. When you can create some awareness around your breath, it really will change the way that you see the world through a different lens.
Sharon, it's a little past 11.
Okay, we're good. So let's bring our hands together. The thumbs rest on your heart. We'll take a little bow forward and back up here to your forehead for a namaste. Namaste.